Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to create this vault model in Maya. This is going to be a long tutorial video which will include modeling, UV mapping and texturing, and as usual we're going to use the Maya for modeling and unwrapping and Substance Painter for texturing. So let's start with our basic blocking. And for that I'm going to take a cube, press T and open the parameters. Let's increase the width to 7 and height to 10. I'm also going to give it depth of 5. Let's give it some more height. So again I'm going to increase the height value to 11. Now go to face mode, select this face, and we need to create this door. So press Ctrl E to extrude and increase the value of offset. And I think 0.45 is gonna work. So now press Shift and select this Z axis and drag this inside the vault. Now in the face mode, select this face and we need to duplicate it to create the door of this vault. So again press Shift, right click and click on this duplicate face. Now go to object mode, select this object, bring it out and let's hide it for now. So press Ctrl H to hide. Now let's smooth these corners a little bit. So go to edge mode and select all these edges. Press Shift and right click and select this bevel edge and decrease the fraction to 0.2. With the segments 3. This is going to give our corners a little bit of smoothness without increasing the poly count too much. Let's go to object mode and disable these wireframe mode and let's see our model. And these corners are looking really nice. So let's press Ctrl Shift and H and bring back door of our vault. Let's select this object and first go to modify and click on this center pivot. And press Ctrl E to extrude this face. Add the thickness of 0.2 or let's add 0.25. Now again go to edge mode, select all these edges and press Shift, right click and bevel edge. Again fraction to 0.15 and segments to 3. Go to object mode and place this on the vault. So now we have our vault model. So now we just have to create the hinges for the door and this handle. Let's create the hinges first, and for that I'm going to take this cylinder, bring it out, press T and reduce the radius. Go to front view and place it on this side. Also decrease the height and radius to 0.05 and height to 0.6. Now go to edge mode and select this edge, press Ctrl and right click, go to this edge ring utility and select this to edge ring and split. So we have this edge ring in the middle. So let's press Shift and right click again and use this bevel edge. And again select these edges and use bevel one more time. Decrease the fraction to 0.1. Now go to top view and select space mode and delete half of this cylinder. Now go to face mode again and select these faces. Press Ctrl E and add the thickness, but this time in the negative value to -0.01. Go to edge mode and select this edge. Press shift right click and select this fill hole. Now select this Z axis. Now drag these edges in the Z axis a little bit to cover these black parts. Now again go to top view and place this on the door. Go to front view and select this, and we need to create a duplicate and make sure both of them are at the equal distance to each other. And for that I'm going in the wireframe mode, so press 4. Now press D to enter the pivot mode and place this pivot into the center of the grid. Now let's create a duplicate. Press Ctrl D and open your attribute editor. Go to the scale Y and add the value -1. And you'll see that your duplicate is placed exactly where we wanted. So our hinges are completed, so let's model the handle. And for that I'm going to take another cylinder. Go to front view and rotate this. Press T and reduce the radius to 0.45. Go to top view and decrease the height also to 0.25. And now go to vertex mode, select these vertices on the bottom of the cylinder. Go to front view and press R to scale and scale them. Now go to edge mode and select these edges, and then again to smooth these corners just add bevel with 0.1 fraction and 3 segments. Let's create these bars on the handle, and for that let's take another cylinder. Go to front view and press T, reduce the radius to 0.075 and the height to 1.25. Let's change the height to 1. Go to top view and place this cylinder on top of the other cylinder we just created. Now press shift and right click and select this insert edge loop tool. Add an edge here and one here. Now go to face mode and select these faces. Press Ctrl E and add some thickness in negative value to minus 0.01. Now go to edge mode and select these edges. Use bevel and increase the segments to create this top a little round. And also select this edge and add another bevel. Increase one segment and keep the fraction to 0.3. Do the same for this side. Select this edge and add another bevel. Keep segments 3. Now go to front view and press D to enter the pivot mode and D to snap two vertices, and bring this on the bottom of this cylinder. Now press E to rotate and rotate it just like this. Now go to front view and again change the pivot. Press D and V and align this to the center of this other cylinder. Now press Shift D to create a duplicate and rotate this and create some other duplicates. And now we have created our handle for this volt. So the modeling for our volt is completed. So let's open our UV editor and unwrap this model. So let's delete these duplicated objects. We will unwrap only one and then duplicate again. Let's start with the door of our volt. So I'm going to isolate every object I'm unwrapping. So press Alt H to isolate this door and go to create and select this automatic mapping. Go to edge mode and select this edge and it will show where it's gonna attach. So you can see there are two highlighted edges. So if I press Shift right click and select this move and sew edges, it's gonna attach itself to the other edge it was highlighting. So let's do the same for this edge. Select this and press Shift right click and move and sew. And do the same for this edge. Press Shift right click and use move and sew. Now we have two other shells remaining. So select this top edge and this bottom and do the same for these two. Use move and sew edges. Now select this UV shell and go to layout and layout UV. Now we have perfectly unwrapped our door. Let's unwrap rest of our model. Press Ctrl Shift H to bring back the volt, and this time I'm going to unwrap this part. Let's isolate this by pressing Alt H. And let's see first what happens when we create the automatic mapping. Most of the time the automatic mapping works just fine. So I'm going to use this for pretty much everything in this model. So let's select this back shell. Let's find where it is. So this is the back shell here and bring it out. Go to edge mode and select these edges on the side and press Shift right click and use move and sew. And our edges are attached. So let's attach the top component So select this edge and this on the bottom. Again use move and sew. So our outer part for the vault is unwrapped. Let's unwrap this part in the inside. Now select this face and bring it outside. And again go to edge mode and select these edges and use move and sew. Select these edges on the top and the bottom and use move and sew. And we have completely unwrapped our vault. So again select all these shells and use this layout UV. Bring back your model by pressing Ctrl Shift H. Now let's unwrap this handle. So select this object and go to create and select this camera based. And this time I'm going in the edge mode, but before doing that let's isolate this model by pressing Alt H. Go to edge mode and select this edge where we're going to create our seam. And create a seam on this side. Now let's select this edge and these two and this one. So now go to edge mode in your UV editor, press shift right click and use cut. Go to shell mode and select all these shells and use unfold. And we have perfectly unwrapped our door handle. So select this and use layout UV. Now bring back your model and let's unwrap this bar. Again isolate this and let's try the camera based mapping one more time. So go to create and use this camera based. Now go to edge mode and create some seams. So let's select this edge and this edge. And also this one. Deselect this. And now we have created our seams. So let's go to the UV editor and in the edge mode press shift right click and use cut. Now go to shell mode and select all these shells, or you can use the UV mode and select all the UVs and use unfold. And go to shell, select all these shells and use layout UV. But one more thing that you can do, as you can see that our shell is rotated. So let's select the shell and use orient shell. And now select all of them and use layout UV. Bring back our model and let's unwrap the last part of our model. So select this and go to create and use automatic. Let's select this shell and bring it out. And now select these shells and start sewing the edges. So press shift right click and use move and sew edges. Do the same for these shells. So select all these shells and use unfold and then use layout. Press Ctrl Shift H to bring back your model, and let's create the duplicates we deleted earlier. So go back to front view and select this. Press Ctrl D to create a duplicate, and again go to your channel box and in the scale Y add -1. Now select your handlebar and press Shift D and rotate this. Press Shift D again and create more duplicates. So let's import our model in Substance Painter. Create a new document and import your model. I'm taking the resolution 2048. And now you can see this model in the viewport. So let's rename our texture sets. And go to texture set settings. Click on this bake mesh map. Take the size 2K, and I'm also going to select this use low poly mesh as high poly mesh. And take the anti-aliasing to 4x4 and click on this bake selected textures. So our maps are baked. So let's go back to layer and delete this empty layer. So let's create a base material for our model. Let's take a new fill layer and rename this as base. Change the color to something more dark brown. Change the metallic value to 0.5 and roughness to 0.4 or maybe 0.35. Now take a new fill layer and rename this as roughness. Disable all the channels except roughness. Now add a black mask and add a fill. In this fill, search for Dirt 4 and take this Dirt 4 map, and you'll see some roughness on your surface. Now take a new fill layer and rename this as paint. Change the paint value to RGB 0.045. And also metallic value to 0.2 and roughness to 0.3. And also add the height to 0.005. Now go to your smart mask and search for paint and select this paint old and drop it on your paint layer. Now select your mask editor and right click on it and add a level and increase the midtones and shadow. Keep your midtone to 0.9 and your shadows to 0.3. Now let's add some dirt. So take a new fill layer and rename this as dirt and change the color to something more yellowish. Now increase the roughness to 1 and add a black mask. In this black mask add a generator and select this metal edgeware and you'll see some dirt in your cavities. Now select your metal edgeware and decrease the opacity to 70. Now I'm going to import some rust texture which I created with the materialize. So I'm going to select this diffuse and normal and import it in my substance and define them as texture. And to use this rust, I'm going to take a new fill layer, and in this fill, let's use this diffuse in my base color and normal to normal. And I'm also going to increase the height to 0.002 and roughness value to 1. Let's change the projection to triplanar and scale to 3. Rename this as rust. Let's add a filter here to change the color of this rust, and I'm going to use this HSL perceptive. Change the saturation to 0.4 and lightness to 0.2 or 0.3. Now add a black mask to this rust material and select this generator and take the metal edgeware again, and you'll see this rust in your cavities with your dirt. Change the contrast to this rust, change it to 0.6 and also use the triplanar and change the wear level to 0.5 or 0.6. Now add a paint layer and select your brush to this dirt and add some custom rust with your brush. I'm going to paint some rust on my model. Now we have added some rust on our textures, so let's select this paint layer and decrease the opacity to 60 or maybe 50. Let's change the stroke opacity for this brush and also the flow and add some rust on these corners. You can go back to your rust layer and in the HSL perspective you can make it more darker. Now duplicate this rust material and rename this as your rust dripping. Now select your black mask and remove these metal edgeware and paint layer and add a fill. In this fill, search for rust and you'll see this grunge stain heavy. Select this and change the projection to triplanar and also scale to 3. Now go back to your HSL perspective for this layer and increase the lightness a little bit. Now select your grunge stain and add a paint layer over that. Now make your brush a little bigger and press X to enable the erasing mode and erase some of these rust stains. Now go back to your grunge stain heavy and change the opacity to 40. Now take a new fill layer and in this fill layer disable the color, metal and normal and add the roughness to 0.8 and height to -0.025. Rename this as scratches. Take a new black mask and add a fill. In this fill search for scratch and select this grunge scratches. Change the projection to triplanar and scale to 0.75. And also change the opacity for this scratch map to 30 or 25. So our old rustic vault texture is done. Now we just have to texture our handle and these hinges, and for that I'm going to select all these layers, put them in a group, rename this as old rustic metal. You can also right click on it and create a smart material. Here is my material. To texture these handle and the hinges, I'm going to copy this layer and go back to my texture set list and select my handle and paste in this layer. Now we need to remove some of this dirt and rust. So I'm going to remove this paint layer first. Let's delete this and also select the dirt, and in the metal edge where just decrease the opacity to 20 and select your rust, and in the paint let's press X to disable the paint mode and remove some of this dirt. Let's select the metal edgeware and decrease the opacity to 40. So our vault is completely texture. So let's export these textures for render. Go to file and select these export textures. So let's select your output template. I'm using this document channels plus normal plus alpha. Select your directory. And texture size I'm taking 4K and padding to dilation plus transparent, and hit this export button. So our textures are completely exported. If you need this rust material or this metal material I just created, I'll drop the link in the description. You can download it from there. And that's it for this video. I hope you like this tutorial, and if you did, then subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, thank you for watching.